Hi everyone, it's me, Slappy Your Face. I've gotten a few PMs from a guy called Whisperoon. Basically, we've been having a kind of a back and forth thing, but really, as you can tell, it's been getting really fucking long. Like here, that's what I typed last. Yeah, it's a fucking wall of text, and I really don't do the whole long text back and forth bullshit. So I figured I might as well respond to this guy in video because it's just more convenient for me. So I'll give you some backstory. He messaged me first off and saying, basically he says, you know, he was an atheist for a while and he went to a church even though he was still an atheist for some reason. And then his pastor's son killed himself, and that made him see the light of day because his pastor was like, whatever, he's in heaven, fuck that. And so what I sent to him back, apparently he's a Christian again now, I sent to him back was, your pastor is blasphemous as well, as cold as this may sound. He thinks his son killed himself and went to heaven when the Bible states that those who commit suicide go to hell. I trust he believes in the Bible as he is a pastor, and what else do pastors do besides spout the fluffy, lovey parts of the Bible to his followers? If I remember right, Judas, I've since looked this back and confirmed it, but I was pretty much right. If I remember right, Judas committed suicide, and in Peter there's a very unflattering verse which implies that he was not saved, no matter how much he loved God. And, yeah, I'm trying to be respectful to this guy, but really, he's the definition of Christian. All of his arguments are all, overused and completely just without bearing. He says something back to me called, I still believe in some things, like some stories in the Bible is a bunch of bullshit. But then he said this: however, there have been signs of God, for instance, how perfectly everything is set up to benefit mankind. The atmosphere, the clouds, mountains, even our own bodies. Everything natural on this planet cannot have happened by accident. And that pissed me off, because I've never heard anyone actually say that to me before. I've seen other people use that in debates and shit, like Venom Fang X, but no one's ever said that to me. And I went bullshit, batshit, and crazy insane on this guy. So, okay. There have been signs of God. Okay, I basically just quote what he said, and that line of thought is what I hate most about the religious. Not everything is benefiting mankind. Earthquakes don't seem to spark much life. Droughts are also wonderful, aren't they? Plagues, diseases, all the bountiful benefits to our glorious species. Let's say that everything was wonderful, helped humans in every way possible, and everything was fine, everyone was happy. One word comes to mind then: overpopulation. How amazing God is that he would set up everything to make his crown jewel, which is us humans, apparently, grow more than any other species, only to succumb to God's own incompetence of putting us on such an insignificantly small planet, millions of light years away from anywhere else remotely habitable for us. And he asked me what I believe, and I just, body stops working. So then he sent me another wall of text that I haven't even read yet, so I'm going to get to that now. I actually haven't read this yet. I read something in the middle, but that's when I went downstairs to go draw, because I'm trying to draw stuff nowadays. And here we go. Let's try and refute this here. I believe God put us on this insignificant planet for a reason. As every Christian I've ever met says, everything happens for a reason. It's like that agnostic man guy said, who I've recently subscribed to. He says, you go to any church, every time you go to any church, you'll always say, oh, God has a divine plan, and he's got a plan for your life and all this shit. So, yeah, it's basically inherent with Christianity that everyone says that. I believe he made these natural disasters happen for a reason, because they're so amazingly wonderful for us, isn't it? How flattering is it to go into heaven and be like, yeah, I was crushed by falling rocks because an earthquake, the earth's crust shifted, and because, God did that, apparently, just, to laugh at me. Haha, he got crushed by a giant rock under a mountain, because I fucked with the earth a bit. Natural disasters happen for a reason. I believe that behind everything there's a bigger plan. I respect your views and opinions, but I didn't believe that all the deaths, disasters, and diseases had bigger plans behind them. If I didn't, then I don't think I'd be able to live. Yeah, welcome to reality, man. Um, Things just happen. Okay, it's unfortunate that things happen, but they do. There's no, cosmic puppeteer in the heavens going, okay, I'm gonna fuck with this guy today, and I'm gonna make this guy do something to me and to him, and it just happens. You have to deal with it. There are an infinite amount of planets out there. I do not believe that any others could have life. Oh my god. This guy is obviously ignorant of the scientific method, which all of those planets were founded by. Well, all the potential planets were founded by. Basically, if there's one that's been tested and proven, if it's been proven and tested once, and it actually works, then that is a complete theory. That actually, has evidence to support it. The theory of gravity has never failed once. Therefore, it is a complete theory. Because I'm a nice guy, I'm going to perform for you the theory of momentum. The theory is, if I push this penny into that penny, it will travel into this penny, and this penny will be somewhere over here when we're done. Let's see if it works. Hey, what do you know? It worked. The game of pool is completely based around the theory of momentum. If it didn't work even once, they would probably have to call off the game of pool. The Bible states that we are the only intelligent beings in the universe. Where? What verse? I know there is no proof for either side of it. So, what the fuck? Why do you believe it then? I believe because I believe, and I personally believe that I believe. You make no sense. You say you believe that the sun will eventually incinerate all living beings imaginable. Yes, it will, because the sun's helium will eventually run out, which will cause it to expand, and it'll eventually, boom, turn into a black dwarf. That's been proven. It's been proven. VI Canis Majoris. Just look that up, bitch. I'm sorry, I don't mean to insult you, but you are pissing me off. I agree that will eventually happen, but no time soon. Yes, it won't happen anytime soon. But what I said in the last one, what I sent to him back, was that he said that everything happens for a reason, right? Well, I was like, the planet's been around for billions of years, and it will continue to change and be around for another few billion years. How beautiful will God's green Earth be when the sun has burned up all of its helium? The sun will expand possibly beyond Earth's orbit, completely incinerating every living thing imaginable. Yeah, God is sure a loving person that would allow that to happen. Doesn't he control the laws of everything? Couldn't he just make a sun or a star that we orbit never run out of helium or gases, that have it continually burn itself forever to support our race? But no, he doesn't do that. You seem like you see everything negatively, and that's how you choose to see the world. Then so be it. I think religion can help you to have a better life. I was religious for about 15 years, and I didn't notice anything. When I made the transition from Christian to atheist, the only thing I noticed is that I wasn't wasting time praying before meals anymore. I could just fucking eat and get on with my day. And what do you mean I see everything negatively? The world is a negative place. People, especially Christians, they have this little subconscious censor on them at all times that blocks out any negative thing that they see. They see someone die in front of them, they're like, oh, okay, that didn't happen. People live all the time, everything's all goody, and then fucking earthquakes happen, and then people die. Then they're like, it must be God's plan. Yeah, they have this inherent censor that just blocks out any negativity. And that's because they're wrapped in their own feverish delusion. It's retarded. But yeah, I do see everything negatively because there are negative things that happen. And I don't block that out. Of course, I recognize the beautiful parts of life, but they're very few and far between when you look at the big scale of things. Especially with the way we've fucked ourselves into a slowly declining cultural goodness. The Bible could be completely true. You never know. The Bible could be oh my god. I'm not even gonna. I'm gonna skip over that because I'm a Christian. I'm gonna ignore something that you say. but I'm going to ignore it for the goodness of my own mind. Or perhaps it's fake and the Big Bang Theory is true. So the Bible and the Big Bang Theory are the two extremes? Are those the two absolute truths? The Big Bang or the Bible? Either way, there's a lot of B's in there. Maybe B and 4chan is the greatest place to ever exist. It's a 50-50 chance, and whichever you choose to believe is entirely your choice. What the fuck? See, this guy is the typical Christian, completely ignorant of science itself. It's a 50-50 chance that the Bible or the Big Bang is true. Well, the Bible has been proven to be false, and the Big Bang has been, to our best knowledge, proven to be true. Now, the Big Bang has been pretty much verified. We just need to figure out the initiation of the Big Bang. That's the one thing that we haven't found out yet.